This is the homepage for the new Power School for Teachers, which is the same homepage as you use to log in to get to the new Power Teacher Gradebook Pro for Teachers. That's the link here that we clicked in the previous videos, but this video is about how to use the new Power School for Teachers, which is where you'll do things like take attendance, get student data, print reports, etc. This particular video, we're going to talk about taking attendance. Over here, you'll notice that this chair icon, this is the one that we use to take attendance. And next to it, there are colored dots. There's green, or down here, white or clear, however you look at it. The chair icon is where you will take attendance. Before I do that, we want to talk about what these dots mean. The dots mean if it's green, you have taken and submitted attendance for this period. If it's white, you haven't. So these are earlier in the day. I've already submitted my attendance. This one I have not submitted my attendance for, so I need to click on the chair icon and get into take attendance for this section. If you're in here and you need to go back home for any reason before or after, if you've started to put in some attendance, it'll give you a warning, but you can just click Power School to go back home. You'll notice that this PE teacher has a few different classes in section 8A. And so I want to point that out before we start to take attendance. When I click on this for one of those 8A, you'll notice that as I scroll down, there is about, 15 to 20 students in this class. If I do show multiple sections, this is a really nice feature for you to take a look at when you have things like for PE teachers where they have multiple sections at the same time, or inclusion. If you do show multiple sections, this list is going to grow and it's going to show you all students that you see on that particular day and period. So all students on 8A. So, and then once you do that, you can also go back to show single section. So however you want to see it, if it's easier for you to take attendance, all your students at once, or when you're done, it'll take you back to the home page and you can click the chair to go to the next one. However you prefer it, just know that show multiple sections is here. The other thing up here is that it's showing you what you've chosen as your default. So as you look around your class, most of your students are present. Keep this as present. It's going to make taking attendance easier. If most of your students are absent on a given day, say it's a field trip and many of them are out and you only have a few there, you can change this to absent and it will change to make this easier again. It also says the date that you're in here taking the attendance. And then here's the button to submit. There's also a button to submit down at the bottom. The other thing you see here throughout is different alerts for students. This one is a medical alert. Whenever there's an icon here, you can click on it and it will open up a pop-up window here to show you what the alert is for that student. There are different icons throughout. One that our district will not be using, it's in this test site, but it's not going to be in our real site, is the balance alert. But there's medical alerts. There's other alerts you'll see, and some of them there's a candle icon here, let's do this real quick. Show multiple sections. Let's see what else we can find. There's the candle icon for birthday alerts. This is typically a parent alert. So this one is a parent alert. As I go down, let's see, there's this icon. So there's different alerts that you're going to see throughout for each student. And again, whichever you see, whatever is there, if you want to know what the specific alert is, just click on it. I'm going to go back to showing a single section so I don't have to take attendance for all those students at once right now. And the reason is you cannot submit your attendance until you have taken attendance for each and every student. When you click in here, again, as I said, it's going to default to this present that was up here. So here is the present. As you go through, again, that's why you want to pick the default. If most of your students are present, all you have to do is click and it's going to default to what you had chosen up there. When you get to a student that is not that default, click in it and you'll get a drop down and you can choose something different, say absent or tardy or whatever it is that the student is. When you get to a student, let's say this one that is tardy, and you need to make a note, you'll notice that next to it here you have this comment bubble. You can put a comment in here. This one was tardy, so let's say 5 minutes if that's what you want to say. Whatever it is, and when you say okay, that will become blue to indicate that there is a comment in for that student on this day. Again, make sure that you go through each student. If it's faster for you, this is me, originally I was clicking, But if it's faster, you can hit the tab button and it will take you through each of these. Again, make sure you change it from the default, depending on so that it's recorded correctly. But then you can just tab through and change these as needed. Once you have filled in for each and every student, you can submit down here or back up at the top. In the test environment, it will allow you to submit if you haven't recorded it for each student, but that is not the case in the real live environment that we will start using in September. When you are taking it for live students, you must enter something for each student. Obviously, you make sure that it is correct, and then you hit submit. When you hit submit, it's going to take you back out to your homepage, and you'll notice that this class now has the green bubble, which means I have recorded attendance and submitted it for that period. And then you can go through each period that you have throughout your day, clicking on the chair to take attendance.